quickly to the end of October, and November is coming. And I'm really happy to have you here in this wonderful morning briefing show. Presented from Admirals. I'm your host, Markus Gabel, with my moderator at the back, Nastia. Wonderful. Good morning also. I hope you had a great day, a great night, and a great start into your trading day, so we can be focused on our own trades and our job, what we have to do. And yeah, maybe a couple of education topics. And you could see it on YouTube. We have a little bit something to talk about the stop loss, for example. So, and how to do it properly, how we can study the stop loss and what we have to do there. So let me say good morning to everybody here on Zoom and on YouTube, because we stream the show on YouTube at the same moment live. You can subscribe the button in the right corner. You can leave a comment if you want. You can give us a like. So feel free, whatever is in your mind. And by the way, the chat is open. Vladimir, good morning. And here on Zoom also, please feel free to ask whatever is in your mind. We can talk about almost everything. Okay, so let's stream. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Now I have the questions here. Fine, cool. Is this? Okay, so let's see what we expect today. It's a really calm day today. API weekly statistical bulletin. This is what we expect today. Tomorrow is the more important and more interesting day, because tomorrow we expect interest rate from Bank of Canada. So, but today we can really focus on our trades. Okay. So today, Tuesday, I want to invite you to join this homepage of Achieve More with Copy Trading. So there you can copy your own tradings. You can offer what you want to copy, and you can follow other traders and you can copy their trades if you want. So click this chart or click this homepage. This is Start Trading, Copy Trading, and you can join it if you want. Okay, and don't forget to, in case you have an app, you have an account of Instagram, then you can follow Admirals Global here with wonderful, lovely content. I guess 3 times a week we have wonderful content there. So I see a lot of people here around. Wonderful good morning to everyone around the world, and I really love it. To Mo Salah, good morning. And to talk to you literally around the world, this touched me really deep, because we are a great, great, wonderful family. And all of us, we have the same goal. We want to become successful in trading. So therefore, let's talk about trading. Yeah, oh, by the way, I got a lot of emails every day, but please don't forget, I'm a one-man show. I do everything by myself. So just for your information, I have around about 15 coachings a week, plus 15 webinars a week, plus trading on 8 different platforms. So sometimes an email could last a little bit longer, so be a little bit more patient. And but I work on it everything. Okay, so thanks for your understanding, by the way. Okay, so let's go on with next 10 minutes. And as you can see, yesterday we had a trend continuation again, and this is really, really cool, because another proof that a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. So we had this trend continuation, then this. And finally, okay, there was a close to, so which means there was the trend continuation. Then we had the next correction here, and finally a next trend continuation there. And we are still on track. Again, correction. And now we are going to reach point 2 again. So should we count together? Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are in the 5th trend arm It's really amazing, guys. It's really amazing. The moment you trust the system and you trust the trend. I know this is really rough things, rough situation here in this correction zone, but finally trust the system. A trend continuation, especially in the second trend arm, is always more likely, because you see, this was the second trend arm. We started here, 1, 2, that was the second trend arm. And then now, I guess it took around 2 days finally to see the trend continuation there. And you see again, the second trend arm has the highest probability to continue the trend or to overcome the last 0.2. This is what we have to do. And by the way, it works maybe all the time. Maybe. Okay, let's go to our focus charts. And let's see about Bitcoin. We start here with Bitcoin. And here, this is still the uptrend. And by the way, we can see here a secondary downtrend. And this is really interesting. So this is first. That's your first trend arm. And here we have the second one. And now, which means we are in the second correction. So, but it's actually still the correction. And you can see there was a kind of balance candle, but I can see at the price is really more buyers than sellers, there. But I don't want to miss a possible entry. So therefore, I will make an entry a little bit lower, close to the last 0.2. In case we will continue this trend and maybe going back to the point of control, then I want to be a part of it. So, but I want to be a little bit more sure, because it's still the correction actually, but it's an old uptrend, but I don't need any pip. I don't need any point. I can wait. So therefore I will set a pending order here to speculate on a possible trend continuation and maybe just go back to the point of control. Index 40. Finally, it worked. Can you see it? We talked about it. Move, correction, move. And here was your correction. Here was the deepest point. And there you see we have a lot of balanced candles. And there was the entry, I told you. And now look what happened. We reached the 0.2. Yeah, we overcame it here already. We had a close. It works again. Do you realize that? The second trend arm is the trend arm with the highest probability. And this is not a miracle, guys. This is not, oh, a big mysterium. No, it's not. It's just the law of nature. That's the nature, or otherwise, a nature law of trading. Because you don't trade DAX 40. That's just the stupid label. You can replace it with any other one. It's the price you're trading here. So, and this is what the big money is doing. They give us the kickstart. They start the trend, then the correction. They start the correction. They start the accumulation phase. They finish the accumulation phase. They give the kickstart, and the market is doing the rest. And we can participate of that. So the moment you realize the logic of trading, then you never feel this overwhelming emotion. And then you can be focused on the job, what you have to do. Draw the trend properly, find the second and find the first entry in a second trend and do your damn job. This is what you have to do. The rest is emotion, the rest is interpretation, the rest is stupid human behavior. And if you want to become successful in the long run, then you have to stop doing that. You have to start doing your job as a private trader. And then you can make money all the time with your trades. And you see it works again. And actually, let's see. But basically, I'm quite sure that we reached the point of control. Maybe there comes the next correction, but who cares? the job is done. Dow Jones. Here we are, it's an old trend we talked about already, so there is for us nothing to do basically. Your entry, we're on the lower side. So then Euro USD. Here we are still in the correction in the second trend arm, but we sold already half the position, which means we are safe. Yeah, even if we get, even if we go into the stop loss, then it's a kind of zero game. Yeah, but we talked about it. We want to make this experience together to let the winners, or to let the trend running. Okay, we accept the result. Okay, we accept the result. So next one is gold chart. And yeah, you have your trend, by the way. And it's the next trend arm. Now, oh yes, it's the next trend arm because we have a close. So move, correction, move, because there was a close above the last point too. Correction. And finally, that's the last point too. Second trend arm. Bam. You see, there was your entry in this balance candles. There was the entry. So then third trend arm. This is the point two. Okay. And bam. Now here, because there was the trend continuation. And you see, there was your entry chance. There was your entry chance. And it works again. By the way, I love it. I love it so much when my plan is going on. So British pound, US dollar. Here we go. Trend is still running. It's still an uptrend. Move, correction, move, correction. And it works and works and works and works. Bam! Point of control and still in an uptrend. Yeah. Still an uptrend. There is no downtrend because there was no close there. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trend arms. And by the way, hitting the point of control again. Don't tell me this is a coincidence. If you're still thinking this is all coincidentally, then please go hiking or go bowling or do something else. Yeah, but then stop trading, because then you waste your lifetime and then you will find another hobby for you. But the moment you realize that we are trading the price here is the moment you have a big chance to become successful. The rest is interpretation. And there must be a reason. Look, again, let me show you this again to open your eyes. There is 75% of retail investors lose money. Why is it? Strong ego, a lack of understanding what's really going on in the market, interpreting, guessing, no having rules, no having a plan. That's why 75%. And overall topic, a big lack of logical trading. This is why 75% and basically in an average of a long term, more than 90% fail in trading. So my question is, when do you want to start with logical trading? When do you want to start? This is a question you have to ask by yourself. How long do you want to interpret? Oh, Bitcoin maybe at the end of the year, maybe $100,000. Who cares? Who cares? This is not your job as a private trader. You can ask something if you are the big one, if you are the whale in the ocean, and you influence the price. If you are Elon Musk, then you can influence with one Twitter tweet. You can influence the price. Is your name Elon Musk? Are you Elon Musk? Or if you are, or is your name Bill Gates or George Soros or Warren Buffett? Is that your name? Then you are the whale in the ocean. Then you can ask such question. But this is not a question. Then you can say, okay, guys, I want to have Bitcoin at $100,000 after a year. Let's do it. Then take your money, you can do it, make Twitter post, something else. So if I make a Twitter post, no one cares. Absolutely no one. So, and by the way, that's true, Davide. If you are Elon Musk, I'm quite sure you were not in this webinar. So, by the way, if you are not the whale in the ocean, if you are Nemo, yeah, and Dory in the ocean, yeah, then you have to do the other part. Then you have a completely different job to do. What's the job? Yes, strategy. If you cannot work with guarantee, you have to work with probabilities. And this is based on a strategy. So, by the way, trend drawing is a craft. And to learn this craft of trend drawing requires a deep understanding of much more things before. Yeah, even you see all the time how I draw the trend. And when I get some charts from any clients, all of those are always wrong. Why? A lack of understanding what's going on in the market. So therefore, you have to learn it, by the way. It's individual, and that requires hours and hours and hours. It's a craft. It's not something you can learn beside. It's a craft, like all this stuff in trading. Yeah. Therefore, we create here on Admirals all this information. Yeah, all this information here, and therefore the sites and the use sites are really important. Okay, so let's go on and let's go to trading ideas and to our running trades. So the point is, before we start, we want to have this question of the day. Nastia, if you want, we can open the poll of today. So my question, do you know how to use a stop loss properly? Three answers. Yes, of course I do. No, I'm not sure yet. Or I do not use a stop loss. Yeah. Yes, stop loss is the boss, by the way. So do you know how to use a stop loss properly? Okay, let's go to our running trades. And there are two Euro USD we talked about. And I have still open DAX because this is my trend index. So, and here I can show you how to work with the stop loss properly. So here we go. That's my trend. So, and that was the second trend arm. So there was the changing of the color here with this candle of September 28. So therefore, I opened the trade and I was speculating on a trend continuation at the point 2. Actually, it didn't happen. So therefore, I have to wait. So my stop loss is above the last point 3. Yeah. Why is it there? Why is it there? Yeah, because I'm a trend trader. So, and the trend, actually, this point 3 is a question mark, but this is not confirmed because a point 3 will be confirmed when I have a close above the or below the last point 2. And as long as I don't have a confirmation of the last point 3, the last confirmed point 3 is one higher, and therefore my stop loss is there. In case you trade the move, not the trend, just one move, then maybe you trail the stop loss candle by candle, bar by bar, we used to say, bar by bar. And if you have a kind of inside bars, then you trail your stop one candle before to give the price a little bit more space to react, which is normal, which is used to do so in the outside bar. So, but if you are a trend trader, then you should use the stop loss at the last 0.3. And I can see 74% says, yeah, I know to how the stop loss, use the stop loss properly. This is one of the things. There are, how should I say, there are no rules how to manage your stop loss. It's a kind of working style. But that's a rule that at the last point where your stop loss should be placed is always at the last 0.3 in case you are a trend trader. Why is it? Yeah, at the 0.3, they will break the trend. So why do you should trail the stop loss more far away? This is the human part. Because this is what we used to say all the time. Yeah, I want to give the market a little bit more space. Yeah, and something else. Then I trail the stop more far away. But what is really the cause? This is just the effect. That's the term dependent origination. What's really going on here is that you cannot bear a loss. This is what is going on. Maybe you have 3, 4, 5, 6 losses in a row, and then you cannot bear it again. You cannot handle it again. That's the human part. And then you say, no, my price must go down. Yeah. Let's trail the stop a little bit more far away. Then you're going back to see any other resists or something else. Then you trail your stop loss there. And by the way, you lose so much more money than you planned before you opened the trade. Therefore, the stop loss and what should I say, managing of the stop loss is one of the important things in trading because it is a kind of trade management. And as I used to do is when I see a close below my last 0.2, then I know my strategy worked. It's done. It's finished. And then it's a part of the trade management, how to trail the stop loss. Maybe you want to go back to the point of control, make a partial profit, trail the stop closer, that you have at least a 0 gain, but no loss anymore, because the strategy means out of the correction, down or up to the 0.2, close. So that means the strategy. The rest is trade management. And this is what you have to do and with what you have to learn. What's your job? Yeah. So therefore, I have my stop loss at the last 0.3. Yeah. So my stop loss, most time too small, not trusting the system, not sure to lose too much money. Yeah, you see, there is so many things to learn about. But you see, what is another point? There's really good question or really good comment here on Zoom. Yeah, why do we trail the stop loss too close? Yeah, we don't want to lose too much money, which means your focus is wrong. Your focus is still on money. Even you have a small account. As long as your focus is on money, you cannot become successful because money is always an emotionally driver all the time. So what's the solution? Cut the money. Go down to a smallest position size that you can be focused on your job. And the consequence is that you can trust the system. But as long as you focused on money, it's almost not possible. I have 23 years experience right now. And believe me, this is one of the things I have a lot of experience in that. And I know this is the hardest thing to accept. I call it to accept the inevitable thing. And the inevitable thing is that you cannot become rich with a small account. And as long as you are focused on the money, you cannot be focused on the rules or to follow the plan or sit on your hands and let the market decide how much money you will get. And sometimes, yes, you get a loss. It's a part of the game. It's a part of the game. And believe me, I'm a real trader. I lost so much money in my trading career, but I'm same guy like you and me. I'm fighting like you all the time. I'm fighting like you. I'm not better. I'm not bigger. I'm the only point I have an advantage to you. It's my experience about 23 years right now. And no one can tell me something new in trading. You want to tell me about the indicator? Got it. I did it years before you do it. You want to tell me something about the risk reward ratio? Marketing, stupid thing. Told me my mentor years ago. Marketing, it's a joke because it's not logically. You want to tell me something new strategy? Batman strategy? Great joke. I did it 20 years ago. This is my advantage. So this is what I want to share with you. And one of the biggest experience I ever made when my teacher told me, stop focusing on money. And that was my personal game changer. I know it's hard to accept because we want to make money in trading. That's why we are here in trading. And I understand it. But money is an emotional driver. So stop doing that. Cut it. Go down at the smallest position size, as small as possible. 0.01 lots, cents, and learn, trust the system. And once you did it, it's the moment you can increase the position size slowly, very slowly. But if you cannot handle a small account, you will never learn to handle a big account. Just sharing my experience with you. You can do whatever you want. It's your account, not mine. But think about it. Your lifetime is running up. And with every day you don't do your job is the day you're coming closer to your final end. So, and you don't know when is your final end there. You don't know. It comes closer and closer with every single second in your life. When do you want to become successful finally? When? As long as you're looking for the Holy Grail, it's wasting of lifetime. So it's better to spend the lifetime with your kids, with your wife, with your friends, with reading a book or something else than like finding the Holy Grail and how can I make much more money in trading? If there were a chance, believe me, we were not here, not longer here. Yeah. Okay. So still on my watch list, guys, is my two shares is Lyondell Basel. So just waiting for the breakout. Therefore, my pending order is there. And the next one is Host Hotels. Still, we are circling around the point of control. My entry is still there because finally, this is the trend. You know, that's my trend, the first trend arm. And we are in the second trend arm right now. And therefore, I want to open the trade on the way down, on the way up, sorry, way up. So here we go. And now we are waiting that we see the point to here. Okay, so therefore my pending order is there. In case we will continue the trend, how long it ever will take, I don't know, and I don't care. So just let it go. Okay, so still on the watch list, for example, is let's see, US dollar. Japanese yen. So, but the trend is still too old. We started lower here. We were starting here, move. That's the trend. Here was your chance to entry. We did it. And here we are on the third trend arm. And by the way, quite far away from the point of control. I would not do it here. You can, of course, but it's the third trend arm. Therefore, you have to recognize, you have to consider No, that's not. Sorry. Here, Fibonacci. In the third trend arm, you have to consider rule number 3, and there is no close below 38%. Yeah. So in a second trend arm, you can ignore rule number 3, but not in but not in the third trend arm. That's a need, by the way. Okay. So we have still Australian dollar, Canadian dollar also on the list. Oh, by the way, I told you yesterday, right? It worked. Again, check it out. What should I say? Yeah, what should I say? It's again, you see, second trend arm, and it worked again. Yeah. So I hope you did it because we talked about yesterday. Here you have your own proof that it really works. So that's what's really important, guys. And I only can tell you this one thing: make your job. Stop interpreting, stop guessing, make your job. Learn to draw the trend properly, find the first entry in a second trend arm, and trust the system and the price, and make a proper trade management. The rest is just a logical consequence. Because if you do your job, your real job as a private trader, not as an institutional money has different tasks to do. Because I know it, because I have here on the right side my computer. So the moment if you do your job properly is the moment you earn money. Job, logical consequence, earning money. Yeah. Okay, guys. I hope we see each other tomorrow again. And I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, wherever you are. Join it. If you have any questions, I'm always here for you. You can ask all the time, whatever you want, in the chat, maybe in our live trading room on Traders Yard, or send me a notification or whatever there is. I'm looking forward to see you ladies tomorrow. As always, have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you.